Hey guys, welcome yet again to another reaction video. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we're going to be watching Ghost Rider versus Spawn, Marvel versus Imagine Comics. Well, that's a unique name, and it's going to be basically Death Battle itself. So we're back. It's been a while since I have watched a little Death Battle. Last time we had Kratos versus Asura. I picked Asura. I lost. I am okay with it, and it was it was okay. I mean, I'm not totally upset about it. Um, I generally knew it was kind of was gonna happen like that, but you know what? It's fine. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. Nothing you can do about that. Now, today's one, we're gonna be seeing how what these two are capable and think about who is going to win. Um, I don't know much about too many of these two characters. I've only watched one death battle for prepare each of these two fight. One of them was like I think it was like 9 years ago. There was a death battle between Kratos versus Spawn, but it was like a very terrible death battle. And then there's one where Ghost Rider versus Lobo. So I'm not gonna say really who is winner. Actually, you know what? I will because I can do it in one. Kratos versus Spawn. Spawn won. And Ghost Rider versus Lobo. Ghost Rider won. Now, if I had to make a prediction already, I don't know much about these two as much, but I'm going to predict so far Spawn will win this battle. I'm not gonna really jinx it too much, but because I don't know much about these two, I'm more likely going with just a feeling with my gut. I'm just going with the gut basically. So I'm going with Keith David against who's Ghost Rider originally? Was it like was it Nicolas Cage? Was he the Ghost Rider one time, or was it someone else? I don't know much about. I kind of remember only a little bit about voice actors, but not many. So yeah, sorry. So Nicolas Cage versus Keith David. So I kind of want Keith David to win, but I have no idea if it's going to happen or not. So, um, but for now, I don't know much about them. I know I guess I think they're basically two hellish character who do something in hell. I don't know much about them. I think they're like soul collectors or some type. I think Ghost Rider is at least one. I don't know much about Spawn's the story or how it works, so I don't know much. I don't know much about it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, today I've not been feeling really very good today. I don't know what's been happening. I've just been really I just never been. I don't know. I just don't feel the mood today. But I'm gonna do this reaction anyways because this is the only time I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it for you all. So yeah. But for now, this is gonna be my prediction. I'm gonna go with Spawn, and if I change my mind, I might go for Ghost Rider. If not, I'm sticking with Spawn. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, we'll see you once it reaches to 0, and we'll continue once we get to learn about these two. Alright, we're back. Let's see it. Oh, here we go.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn, the Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon. He's Wiz, I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Make sure it doesn't be too loud.
Johnny Blaze has always been a man possessed, chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts, following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson. Until the day Crash lived up to his name and got cancer, heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to the only thing that could, Evo's the Devil. Oh! To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto, king of the 8th layer of hell.
Only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after.
But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance.
So Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst into Hellfire, an undead skeleton biker with a sick-ass hug, the 5th scariest Nick Cage performance, the stuntman from hell. He called himself the Daredevil.
Sorry, Johnny, that name's taken.
Okay, and how about the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named the character the same thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was bad news for Earth sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers, blow up mountains, and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't even think about fighting back. He can remake his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just his body, his whole arsenal is hellfire. Ghosty can create anything you can think of, from an infinite stream of chains, a shotgun packed with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barbed right out of his mouth.
Damn.
Life goals.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as his Hell Cycle.
Oh, this man is like can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in seconds.
Hellfire is a weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
His boner, Wiz. Get it?
Yeah, thank you, Sans.
Scorched flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
Like the video for the
technique
pun.
was mastered by Johnny's successor, his own
This might
brother,
give you 8
Danny
cents.
Ketch.
Oh yeah, Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look? The
Yep.
Penance Stare.
The penance stare inflicts upon its victims every ounce of pain they ever wreaked upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Obliterating
Damn.
your soul. It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the penance stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the
Really?
Ghost Rider is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Ah, classic Faustian bargain. All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos'
The
strength
end.
is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, penance stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's made it some
Really?
of Marvel's heaviest
Okay.
hitters like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as his divine wrath on Earth. A sort of heavenly black ops.
Gotcha.
Okay, does that make Zarathos an angel now, or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the
Who
greatest
cares?
entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, after the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones. Bet you wish you
Okay,
had
that
one
sounds
more
like
day
kinda
to
badass.
fit that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon. Fitting as his fight with Galactus rends the cosmos asunder.
And
Wow.
Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic annihilation.
Excuse
So it was
me?
no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell. No shot.
As they say,
That was
though,
kinda quick.
uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture all of Hell's escaped demons. But by using his new power to damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted him. Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment that, with just a glance, could make Galactus himself shit his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
As they sure as hell won't find any in his.
Okay.
Battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
Okay, well, this sponsor. Alright, well.
You can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA.
I mean, yeah, that, okay, hold
The
on.
privileges of the very privileged are no
Let me
longer.
just turn up a little bit here. So, yeah. Holy moly, Ghost Rider sounds very, very powerful than I thought it would. Okay. That could actually. I still have to learn about a little bit more about Spawn before I already make my prediction already. So I don't know. Okay. All right, we already have a hard hitter and an absolute. Oh, absolute menace. He's literally. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm going to so far leading my eyes on Ghost Rider now, but I'm hoping that Spawn has something against him. But I don't know. Either way.
If Al Simmons was one thing, he was a killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated assassin, Simmons upheld democracy around the globe at the barrel of a gun. Painting the
A gun. Every man's weakness.
Until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders, Al was fired.
The burning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the Eighth Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's blood.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years
Yeah.
later, after his wife had already remarried
Oh.
and had a daughter.
There,
Yeah.
you saw her. Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was
Dang.
born the
Sucks
undead
for him.
warrior from hell itself, Spawn.
He's so 90s that he comes all the way back around to being the coolest thing ever. Look upon his edge, wizard, and despair.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather, and even stop time. Speaking of time, he can fly so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his ugly face?
Well, he tried to do that, but Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself...
What?
Yeah.
It's petty
Excuse
trolling
me.
like that. Gets you a thrown in hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all
Well,
this
we have
crazy
two
shit
characters
because
has
he
a
runs on
similarity almost.
necroplasm, basically hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself. Al's undead body is composed of 400 pounds of it.
He can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
He's even absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling
Bruh.
every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Like some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's
Wow,
necroplasm
this
comes
looks
with
so
a
familiar.
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training and hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
And as
Huh.
befits his past profession,
Oh yeah,
he
Batman.
loves his big-ass 90s gun.
The guy who actually wins a lot of these death battles.
He's genetically and spiritually bonded to his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why his cape's red? Nope, well,
Is
now
that
you
blood?
are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden. It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of vampire for good measure.
Ah,
Letha is
gotcha.
constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of chains, transform into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helps Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own... How do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn
Bruh,
found this angel
really?
lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so,
Ah.
Spawn was forever destroyed. Until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There we are, good as new. That
Yeah.
has to be the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malvolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life, and all his death, Hell was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Malvosia's fucking head off with a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality. Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of Hell.
As king, Spawn is literally
Another
a part
king.
of Hell itself,
Okay.
gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases 100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this God and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of heaven and hell, Al asked to be reborn as a human. but he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can instantly brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware, because Spawn will turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be the most. All right. Let me think. Okay. Let me think. Okay. Let me just.
Could be winning.
Alright, let me just try this. Alright, so far, wow, these two are going nuts. However, it seems I've made my mind, and I think I'm going with Ghost Rider. I want to go with Spawn. I really feel like I like him a little bit. However, I just think Spawn, Ghost Rider still have everything he needs to deal with the, not exactly everything, but most likely has a lot to counter, well, they have a similarity. They can manipulate. I'm pretty sure they can drain their souls. They can, yeah. I mean, you pretty much saw. They can reach. I'm pretty sure they can read minds, and they can make people absolutely. Well, they can make their little ice there. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm still going with Ghost Rider. I love to go with Spawn. I definitely feel like I like him a little bit. But I think, in generally, I think Ghost Rider will win this battle. I don't know. If Spawn wins... Yeah! And that was a weird Spawn. But yeah, so if Spawn wins, that's good. That's congrats. But if Ghost Rider wins, then obviously... Yeah.
Insane. Brimstone in the air. Something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, it'll be hell to pay.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Make me.
Oh, here it goes. Alright.
It's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
Alright.
Stop me. You fight like a bum.
You've earned your damnation.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's see. Hey, someone struck. Could have paid for it? Oh, it's right. He can do that. Where's the time stop? They're not going anywhere. Alright. Uh-oh. Alright, here it comes.
God forbid.
Alright. Ooh.
Your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your soul. I eat sin for breakfast. Have a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
Uh-oh. He's driving him mad. Not gonna do anything? I'm proud. I'm okay with this.
Damn, literally.
This was a nail biter of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's
All right,
unusual
that's okay.
power
I'm all right.
against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
I kind of wanted to go for
Power.
Spawn, but I should have stayed with my gut.
God and Satan, who could create universes similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember, Johnny actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist, whereas Johnny more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a
All right.
stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop time, manipulate matter, turn intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the Penance Stare. Just like he resisted a very similar attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos could.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the Penance Stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the Penance Stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done. A penance square.
Oh.
The Damnation Stare, on the other hand, actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him, and was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is Spawn.
Congrats, Spawn. Alright, who's next? Who is this? Huh?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
I have no idea who these two are. I have literally no idea who these two are. Okay, well, this is gonna be, well, unique, I guess. I don't know what to say from the last two, but okay. Well, at least with that battle went a little something. So yeah, so I'll take the L there, but then again, I was kind of still rooting for Spawn to win, so I'm okay with this battle. I'll take the L. I do this again, but I take that, like, I always want to go for these guts feeling almost, but I always go for the wrong one. I this time I actually wanted to go for Spawn to win, and yep, I just did I should have never done it. I should have never done it to begin with, but yeah, looks like I was wrong. So yeah, so Spawn wins. I'm okay with this the loss. Let me actually check how many currently I have. How many exactly have or which one have I got right and which one I got not. So first round. Let me just make sure. First round, where are you? It was... Hold on, I need to know which one is which. I think it's... Wait, is it... Wait, is it... Has it been... I'm just double checking. So, where is the first matchup? It's... Anima versus Bardock. I got a win. Joker versus Giorno. I got an L. Bowser versus Eggman. Eggman, basically, I got the W. Among Us versus Fall Guys. I got an L. Because I didn't expect Fall Guys to actually win that one. Then we got Asura versus Kratos versus Asura, and Ghost Rider versus Spawn. So this totally mixed things. I think 2 wins and 4 losses. So that sucks, because I really need to kick that. I need to get back on the win streak. So next one, I'm going to probably go with my gut this time and not go with which one looks like obviously is going to win. So it's okay. I mean, I'm not so upset about this death battle. I'm not too upset. It's okay. I don't really care about too much of these two much, but at least I can see Nicolas Cage has finally had his moment, and Keith David finally gets to keep his role. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm glad Nicolas Cage will win in a death battle. That'll be so weird. But actually, you know what? I wonder who would actually. I mean, I wonder if there's any characters that actually would work on an actual death battle that is not an actual fighter, but actually just like an actual regular person or something. Because you know it'd be kind of cool. Because it'd be like Jack Black versus Seth Rogen. It'll be kind of unique, but yeah. So yeah, hold on. Let me actually do one more thing, and that is okay. Let me just double check here. Hold on. Shigaraki and Mahito. Shigaraki. Sounds like a song. Shigaraki versus Mahito. So My Hero Academy versus Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, what else am I going with? I guess My Hero Academy, Shigaraki, or yeah, Shigaraki. There it goes. So I'm guessing I'll go with him in the next fight. I guess I'll go with him at the moment, but I can't be sure. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Again, I'm okay with this one. I'm not too upset about this death battle or me losing, so it's alright. Next one is going to be a unique one because I have no idea how about what of these characters. I know a little bit about Ghost Rider and Spawn, but I have no idea about these two in the next one. So this is going to be completely fresh for me because I'm going to have to learn extra careful who I'm going with so I don't mistakenly go for another L. So I want to get a W for once, and if I don't get a W soon, then yeah, it looks like I'm going to stay in the L zone. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Check out the Kratos vs. Asura reaction and probably some other ones. I'm probably going to be uploaded at the end, or you can see at the end of the video. You know, you can see one of those like pictures that has a little video on it. You can always click on those. Appreciate it right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay lucky out there. Thank you guys for watching today's video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay lucky out there and take care.